Elvis Presley's complicated relationship with his manager was the focus of Baz Luhrmann's new biopic. But was the king really trying to get rid of the colonel in his last few years? That's the claim of the music icon's cousin, who grew up at Graceland and knew him personally. For over 20 years, ruthless businessman Colonel Tom Parker was Elvis Presley's manager. Infamously uncompromising, he's a controversial figure among the king's fans. Some believe he made him a star, others that he held him back and contributed to his decline, while there's also the view that he did both. The colonel's demands for Elvis in the movie business certainly held the star back from making Oscar movies like John Wayne's True Grit and Barbra Streisand's A Star is Born, asking for things like solo-named credit for the king above the title on the poster. Additionally, the Dutchman being an illegal immigrant meant that Elvis wasn't booked to perform live anywhere outside of North America, something he'd been dreaming of doing and planning in the later years of his short 42 in total. Everyone has their opinions, but what about those who were there behind the scenes and relatives who knew the king personally? His cousin Danny Smith was recently asked on his YouTube channel Memphis Mafia Kid, if Elvis had lived, do you think he would have gotten away from the colonel? Danny replied, "My opinion personally? Yes. I think he would have. Things were kind of heading that way. I do know the last couple of years, there were changes starting to happen, and there were more changes on the way. I think he definitely would have gone in a different direction. I don't know if he'd have got another manager, or if he would just have started doing his own record label, or who knows." The Memphis Mafia Kid is the son of Billy Smith, Elvis's first cousin, who was the last surviving original member of the Star's inner circle. He certainly believes the colonel held the king back in his career. Billy said in another video, "Elvis was getting bigger and bigger, and the colonel saw this. Where there was money to be made, the colonel wanted to be in on it. So the colonel picked up on this. As far as I'm concerned, to get everything set straight, the colonel didn't make Elvis, he helped make Elvis, but he didn't make Elvis. Elvis was on his way. Now, it might have taken Elvis somewhat longer with original promoter Bob Neal, but I think Elvis was destined to be as big as he was. But the colonel, with his intelligence, he knew the right people and did it the right way to make big money, and so I can't take that from him." Believing it was a 50-50 deal between the two, he added, "I think Elvis would have been still a really big star even if he hadn't had the colonel. In fact, he thinks the king could have gotten away from the colonel later on and actually become even bigger a star than he was in life." Billy said, "I think in the later years, things had changed so much in the music world and how bookings went that I think the colonel kind of dropped behind. I like the colonel a lot, and I thought he was a great person. But still, facts are facts, and I think in the later years that the colonel held Elvis back." Please subscribe, like, and hit the notification button for more videos.